Hello and welcome once again to my channel. And a very big happy new year to you and your family and everyone around you. And I pray that God answers your prayers this year, that you break all the milestones or that you achieve all the goals you set for yourself within this 2026 and beyond. And as you continue to pray, I also urge you to pray for Africa, to pray for everyone that is fighting for Africa to stand on its feet. I also urge you that once you pray, work hard to support the idea that Africa owns its own resources, to support the idea that Africa manages its resources and develop its country to the benefit of its citizens. And may God see us through. Now, let me ask you one question. What becomes of Pan-Africanism when the people who embody it live in constant fear? Is the destabilization of African leaders who challenge the system a coincidence or just a pattern that we have refused to confront? Can a movement succeed or survive when the people leading it are left to stand alone? Why is it that when African leaders who have the guts to stand up and speak against and speak the truth or challenge the system begin to get destabilization in their countries and regions? Thank you very much. And this is what this channel is meant for. We are here to speak the truth. We face the fact. We mention names if we have to. We don't shy. We say it as it is and let the chips fall where they may. So welcome to this channel. And if you have not subscribed, if it's your first time watching me on this channel, kindly click on the bell notification and subscribe to this channel. We beg you with all humility, subscribe and click on the like button and so that the video can get more recommendations for us to continue to do our bit to support the movement. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Now, on the 3rd of January 2026, when the US was operating in Venezuela, that led to the abduction of the Venezuelan president Nicolas Maduro and his wife. Burkina Faso was also in heat. The Defense Department of the Homeland intercepted series of telephone signals that confirmed the intelligence they have been receiving for the past few days regarding a telephone signal between Burkina Faso and Togo, between some portions of the military and Paul Henry Damiba, the ousted president, the president of Burkina Faso, who was ousted by Captain IBRAHIM Traore because he got into office and started spending lavishly and living extravagantly, while the military who fought the terrorist groups at the battlefront lavished in poverty, while their salary were not paid, and people were in the hospitals receiving treatment and there were did not get proper medications. That was why Captain IBRAHIM Traore took the bold step to say, you are my senior in the service, but please step aside. This guy, after getting into office, he bought himself so many a luxury car for the presidential car, upgraded his salary to a presidential salary, and he continued the imperialist way. He continued engaging the imperialists who only came to exploit Burkina Faso and enrich his own country. So that was why they came in. So this telephone signal was intercepted and the Burkinabe army mobilized. They mobilized in defense, and with no violence, no gunshot, no nothing, they just went and grabbed these coup plotters. They grabbed them like a copy. They grabbed them like copies. All of them. My own opinion, when this guy was arrested, I said they should have tried and jailed him, or better still, unalive him, because many Burkinabes have died because of this man. This is like the 28th coup plot that he and France has engineered. Now look at this. This is from Africa.com. Burkina Faso, new coup attempt against Ibrahim Traore, what we know. And this was on the 4th of January 2026 at 6:36 p.m. Now watch this. This is from Central News. This is a South African-based news channel. And this was also on the 4th of January, 2026. Coup attempt foiled in Burkina Faso. Alleged mastermind arrested. Authorities arrest key suspect linked to ex-president Damiba. No, now what do you want to hear again? This is the guy. This is the guy who plotted the coup against Captain IBRAHIM Traore. In a tense start to 2026, Burkina Faso security force have successfully thwarted a coup attempt aimed at overthrowing the government of Captain IBRAHIM Traore. The plot uncovered on January 3rd, 2026 led to the arrest of several suspects, including the alleged mastermind, a known associate of former President Paul Henry Sandaogo Damiba. Look at the transformative policies Captain IBRAHIM Traore came with. Look at how this man has transformed Burkina Faso. Just recently, when he came, first he bought tractors, thousands of tractors, and distributed to farmers to boost the agriculture sector. He has built ultramodern hospitals. He built a teaching hospital recently, okay? And just recently again, if you see the bulldozers, trucks, the tipper trucks, right? And bulldozers and excavators that he bought, about 200 equipments, they were taken from the port in Ghana, and they're supposed to arrive in Burkina Faso within this month. And all these just to boost the state construction companies and to work on their roads. Burkina had bad roads. And since when have they gained independence? There have been presidents since then. So look at the transformations that are going through. Everybody likes IBRAHIM Traore in Burkina Faso. Okay? Everybody except those that are related to Paul Henry Damiba. And you still have people who will go and sit down and plot a coup attempt on this kind of regime. What do you want for your children? What do you want? So when this happened, when the news got out, I mean, because they saw the Homeland Security arrested these people, and in no time, civilians filled the entire streets of Burkina Faso, hailing the Homeland Security for the good job and promising to fight with them if there is any attempt on the captain. And they masked up in the presidential residence of Captain IBRAHIM Traore. This was in the second largest city in Burkina Faso. And if you went to the capital itself, the people rallied at the presidential palace to guide the president. If he was a bad president, why would all these people come to his aid? Do you think if the previous president, look at how the former president was humiliated by Emmanuel Macron when he asked Emmanuel Macron to provide electricity in their universities. Emmanuel Macron humiliated him, told him that he is not responsible for providing electricity for Burkina Faso. They should ask their president. They should tell their president to come and provide electricity. It was so shameful. He got up and he got angry and left the hall.
To me as if France was still a colonial power, but I do not want to take care of electricity problems in the universities of Burkina Faso. That's his job. That's the job of the president. So on the other hand, I reassure you. Oh, what's this? He's going away. Stay there. Maybe he's off to repair the air conditioning.
Emmanuel Macron was right. You have allowed him to come and exploit your country and took all your resources to enrich his country. And yet you didn't have anything. You didn't have electricity. Common electricity for universities, you needed to request it from Emmanuel Macron. What kind of president is this? When Paul Henry Damiba plotted the coup, nobody came to his rescue. So why are they fighting for Captain Ibrahim Traore? Because he is doing the right thing, because he cares for them. So I am saying that it is high time that Africa stands to fight for its leaders. Look, Captain Ibrahim Traore must be protected at all costs. He must be protected at all costs. And you and I and us have to fight for Captain Ibrahim Traore to make sure that this revolution continues. Just recently, they launched a joint military to fight jihadists, to fight terrorists. You can break one broom, but when you put a group of brooms together, you can't break it. So they joined forces with about 5,000 military soldiers to fight jihadist groups. So now there is no way they can run from Burkina Faso to Mali or to Niger, because that is what they do. When they attack Burkina Faso and they fight them, then they run towards the border of Mali and that to Niger. But now there is a joint military force, and this calls for African leaders, the neighboring African countries, to sit up. I like what these people are doing. I like it. And I hope that they succeed. I pray that they succeed. Prof. PLO Lumumba spoke about this. We need to have NUCS in Africa. No, look at what happened in Venezuela. Trump boldly said that Venezuela's oil belongs to us. Venezuela is a sovereign country. They have their oil, the largest oil deposit in the world. About 30 billion barrels of oil, crude oil. They have gold. They have gas. They are the fourth largest in terms of gas in the world. And you go and kidnap a president and say the oil belongs to us. What stops them from doing the same thing to Africa? Why did they say it belongs to them? They said it belongs to them because they had partnership and they built the industry. The same thing you African leaders are selling our oil, our gold and bauxite and copper and uranium to foreign Westerners, to the United States, Australia, France, Canada, and all these countries. One day they will come and tell you that they built the industry and that they cannot leave. And when you ask them to leave, they will come for you. Of course, they will come for you because even now, you have military bases in Africa, US military base. So it will not take an hour to launch an attack against you. Look at how easily they arrested President Nicolas Maduro. Tell me, if they launch this attack on any African president, it's not going to take, by the twinkle of an eye, they will take you away. Now let's watch PLO Lumumba express his concern about the need for Africa to develop its economy and to have NUCS.
On the 24th day of May, Kwame Nkrumah warned us. He said, if we are not united, they are going to interfere with us militarily. They are going to interfere with our economy. They are going to interfere with our agriculture. They are going to interfere with our health. Our duty, and I hope that when African heads of states and government meet in Addis next week, it will not be another jamboree at which pro forma speeches are read. I hope it will be an occasion to give meaning to Africa Agenda 2063. I hope it will be an occasion to give meaning to Africa Continental Free Trade Area. I hope it will be an occasion to revitalize the Malabo Declaration, the Maputo Declaration, the Yamoussoukro Declaration. In other words, we Africans, as I conclude, we Africans must stop operating in silos. Rwanda alone will not confront them. Burundi alone will not confront them. But if we go through the regional bodies and ultimately the African Union, we may indeed succeed in putting away this bulwark. And remember, it is no longer just Europe. There is a new scramble for Africa. The Chinese are here. The Turks are here. The Qataris are here. All of them are coming back. And the military bases that you see here is telling you that if you don't behave, we are going to use force. Sometimes I wish and I'm saying this seriously, that we too had a nuclear weapon, because that is what Europe and America understands. Thank you.
Yeah, he said he hopes that Africa also have nukes, because that is what these people understand. There is no way, even United States, okay, Trump in his wildest dream will never even attempt, he will never dream of attacking China. He will never dream of attacking Russia. He will never dream, okay, in his wild, he will never even dream of attacking a country that has nukes like Pakistan. How would someone just sleep and wake up and say your country resources belongs to us? And I'm reminding you, Africans, if we forgot, let's be reminded. Let's not forget that these people can go any mile for their so-called interests. American interests, American foreign policy. Who asked you to put on foreign policy? Does the world belongs to you? I will do a video, and this is look. They are known for this. I will make another video telling you. I mean, listing the countries whose regime US has toppled. So that is why when I think about the AU that has become like a talk show. They just sit down there, and then when something happens somewhere, they will go and take an old letter, edit it, and then they will post it, doing the same thing. An organization that cannot even fund its own activities. Is this what our leaders, our ancestors fought for? Is this what Kwame Nkrumah, Modibo Keita, what do you call it, Patrice Emery Lumumba, Julius Kambarage Nyerere, and all these people, is that what they fought for? And this also raised, this coup plot on Ibrahim Traore raises so many eyebrows on Togo. If Paul Henry Damiba is seeking refuge in Togo, if he's on exile in Togo, why is he able to plot against the Burkinabe government through Togo? That is questionable. I pray that the AES stands strong and build up against these imperialists that are bothering us. There are so many evidences. This is not something that is new. There are so many evidences that show that the United States and France fund terrorists. Al-Qaeda is a result of Afghanistan. They armed to topple a regime in Iraq, and that gave birth to ISIS. The same terrorists they funded in Iraq gave birth to Saddam Hussein, whom they toppled later on in 2003. And after destroying, they go away. Look at Afghanistan. Look at Iran. Iran is in crisis today because of them. They will throw sanctions, and the sanctions will put pressure on the citizenry, and they will agitate, they will force the citizenry through their CIA agents that they deploy in countries as US aid officials. They are not politicians. They are not businessmen. They are security agents. That is the same thing they used to topple, what do you call it, African revolutionary leaders like Kwame Nkrumah and co. The same thing they have been using to topple. They have been using to topple regimes in the world everywhere. When you walk on the street and you see those heavily built Americans with their haircut and all those things, they are not tourists. They are security agents. I just hope and pray that these people never succeed in Burkina Faso. We will pray with Captain Ibrahim Traore and hope that he is able to overcome this challenge. Thank you very much for watching, and I entreat you to follow us for more of this content, for more of this content. Thank you very much, and see you